What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my first video on this channel, and right now it is Monday, January 6th. We are one day before my first race that I will be showing on this channel. It is my 6th or 7th race in my karting career, and I'm super excited to share with you guys kind of my journey through karting and hopefully higher levels of racing. I honestly have no clue what's to come from this in the future, but right now I just want to share my passion for racing and all the fun I have. We'll try and deliver you guys some high quality content. It's going to start out a little bit rough, more likely than not, but it'll get better as we go on and learn the process. I want to give a huge shout out to Werner. He's my editor for this channel, so say thank you to him in the comments if you care to comment, and I really appreciate if you like and subscribe right before we get into this video or after you choose. So without further ado, let's get going. Right now we're on the way to the track. It's race day, as you can kind of tell by the fact that I'm on the way to the track. I'm feeling kind of confident. I think I'm going to do pretty good. We'll see, though. I'll see you guys on the track for my warm-up. So now it's time for practice, and I'm just going to kind of take you guys through this lap with me. We come around, and in the beginning of the flying lap, you really want to hang hard to the left so you can get as much speed through that first corner here. Again, kind of same principle here. You sit on the middle of the track, and it's off the throttle there, right back on as soon as you're kind of pointed towards Michael Schumacher. And you come around right, you're going to shoot straight, and I would dip a little bit to the left before right. I go off here and back on the throttle really quickly. That wasn't great for 3.1, but here is my fastest lap here. And kind of the whole point of this situation is to just get me ramped up and ready for the race. This kart I really did like, and I honestly think I could have probably let off the brake a little bit more right there. That's probably the most crucial corner in this lap. And you know, this kart just felt really good. I think I just could have been a little bit more aggressive in the braking zones, but we were pretty good and ready for the race. So I just did my free practice. On my practice run, I went into a little quieter area here. I'll tell you guys, I got a 19.65 on my practice, which is pretty solid. Qualifying is upcoming in probably about 20 minutes, but I'm feeling really good. I was not expecting that good of a result. And I'm super hyped, honestly. Let's get into it. So now it's time for what, in my opinion, is the most important session of any race, and that is qualifying. We're just getting ready here. I'm going to kind of show you, I guess, the session to it as we get ready to go out, and this is where it really makes or breaks your race. Is your starting position is so important, and there's so many different groups here. You need to get a fast lap to get into the top group, and that is my plan and goal today. It's very hard to overtake when your kart is constantly the same speed and on these tight tracks where there's not too many overtaking opportunities. But you're going to see here that this did not go great for me. I still managed to do fine, but you're going to see here in a second how it was not favorable to a lot of people for kind of one specific reason. So I'll just let you guys watch that and see yourselves. We begin the flying lap, and you know, all's going well. I'm pretty confident, and I like the kart I'm in, but what do you know? We're down in a yellow flag, and this is not the first time. There actually is one instance that isn't even shown here where I'm next to someone and we both go yellow, and it's kind of like, what the heck, man? But we get back up to speed. I let that guy pass. My plan is to just allow a gap for us, and I'm thinking, oh, that's just a one-off, right? And he looks to have a good line, so I'm going to follow him through. No reason not to. And we slow down again. And the reason for this is there was someone who was their first time ever going karting, like a little bit before the race. I remember watching them going as I arrived at the track for my practice session. And they were on the normal speed, just the regular speed everyone uses, but for this they put us on a boosted speed, the max speed the karts can go. And that being coupled with your first time going is not a good combination. So we get back up to speed. I'm not even too pissed at this point because, you know, to be honest, I need to get the tires up to speed. They're going to probably give us some extra laps because of kind of the chaos that's happening already. So we begin the flying lap, and I'm pretty optimistic that we're going to get a chance. I hit the apex there pretty nicely. I get nice and close there, but we slow down once again. And at this point, I'm pretty upset because now my gap is kind of slowing down. My kart slowed a little later than those guys ahead of me, and I'm losing the gap in the space that I want during qualifying. I don't know if you could hear that, but I am pretty upset with how the session is going. I really want to get a lap in, and here this guy is kind of being instructed on some tips from the worker, I believe. But I try and kind of slot down the inside, but I realize, that's probably not a smart idea. So I sit up here. I probably should have done that for longer. But we come to the end of the session. I did end up getting a 19.8 about in, which did get me into the top group, I believe. But that was not shown because of all the chaos that happened. We'll get the fast lap shown in the next race. So now it's on to the race, and to be honest, I'm pretty pissed after this. A little tricky during qualifying, that's unfortunate, but things happen, a lot of accidents and crashes by that one person. But I still got a 19.8, which is pretty good for the circumstances that we were in. And I think I made top group, so that's pretty solid. See where we can get there. My first time ever making top group if I am in it. So that'll be some exciting, and it'll be fun. I'm just excited to push, and things don't always go your way, but the pace I'm showing, I think right now is indicative of things to come in the future this year. So let's just keep cracking at it. Alright, it is time. All the work this evening has built up to this moment here. Using the brakes there to lock up the lid and get some test into them. Doing this shit and turning at this level. Indoor, it does not fucking make sense. So you'd hear my advice. But we're on the grid now, both feet off the pedals. It's time to get all this work. Has it all paid off? I made top group. I'm in 8th. There's 8 people, not all 10, just 8. And now we wait for the green flag to stamp on the throttle as fast as we can. All builds up to this moment right now.
And it's lights out and away we go!
Look to the outside. Our competitor, he has that inside line, but it switches back and now it favors off the inside. I try and sit my cart at the apex, but I go too deep and that allows him to switch back in the inside. Again, this cart does not suit my driving style, so I'm not maybe as quick as I would be in a different cart. So I am struggling. I make a mistake there, kind of missing the apex, losing some speed on my exit right there. I'm trying desperately to catch up, and that driver ahead of the person in front of me makes a mistake. As our first lap, we get a 21.2, and now we got to catch up and do some damage control. We do not want to get last, especially in this opening race. Sorry, there are 9 people in this race, not 8. My bad for saying that earlier. And again, we're just kind of trying to follow, really get used to this cart. That's not bad there. I go wide to try and carry more speed here, bumping tires, maybe not where I need them to be. I catch up here, and now I'm just going to follow them through. They're going too wide through this section, very risky. I follow through the man who passed me earlier, give him a little bump, and use that to get through. And now we're side by side. I have the inside line. I'm aggressive. I'm brave. I'm not going to give in. And I force him to go behind me. And now my eyes are set on the man in front of me, the man who passed me in the beginning. But I mess up that entry there, and that's going to allow him to get away. And now I kind of have to switch to being defensive. Here again, he's pulling that gap away, and I hit the apex there, which doesn't help, and now we got someone on top of me. I hold the inside line to defend against his attacks, and I'm really pulling away from him when I'm just, not making mistakes, and I'm being kind of decent, right there. I pull away from him, but then I make these stupid mistakes, as you see right there, kind of driving the cart improperly for how this cart should be driven itself. He's right there on the inside. I kind of keep letting him back in, and that's my fastest lap right there at 19.9. Which kind of shows you I was way quicker than the other carts. Even though you can get pretty decent mid to low 19s in these races. He's looking for a way past me right now. And at this point, I'm just praying I can hold on because I have not been driving well. The race has not gone well for me. We're fully detached. But I do end up coming home in 8th to start the year, and that is a fantastic result. My first time in the top group, it's top 8. So post-race Luke here. I know that wasn't the most eventful race. We started 10th and finished 9th, but that was my first time in the top group, and I think I did okay. I gained a position, so I didn't get last. The cart I had doesn't really mesh well with my driving style.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
But it was a good lesson for adaptability. I need to put myself out of my comfort zone, especially with my driving style, to expand, and I did a lot better than the first time I was in that cart in a race. It was my second time being in that cart in a race in the few races I've been in. But I'm super excited for what's to come. I'm super excited for what we can do in our future races in February and March specifically. Those are coming up real soon, and I'm gonna go over the mistakes I made, improve on them, and hopefully bring you guys some better race performances in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really appreciate you like and subscribe. See ya.